I jinxed it, guys. I jinxed it. It's all my fault. I was like, we're on time, and of course now we're running almost about 10 minutes late. I jinxed it.
Told ya.
It's all my fault. I'll take the blame for it. I'll take the blame for it. It's my fault. Okay, everybody's physically in the room. Adopts already. We're waiting on one deny. It denies already. You ready, Zaf?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Let's get this done. Far to the north, above the Arctic Circle, lies a battlefield as hostile as the opposing fleets squaring off for combat within its confines. In a place where the temperature can be as fatal as enemy action, only one team will claim ultimate victory. This is Islands of Ice. Islands of Ice is a 42 by 42 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. Now in its third major reconfiguration since World of Warships went live, the most recent iteration of Islands of Ice is drawing a lot of ire from competitive players. On the left, the A cap has the least amount of significant island cover near the cap itself, though the islands within the cap are more than enough cover for destroyers. B cap improves upon this somewhat with a large island on the western edge capable of sheltering allied cruisers, while Cap C has a huge island within the cap borders that destroyers can cling to for protection. Further complicating offensive pushes, a line of islands runs north to south between B and C like a picket fence. These islands serve to funnel aggressive plays through predetermined corridors, making positioning ships easier for defenders. Every single cap on Islands of Ice has island cover within that allows opposing ships to simply pitch a tent and deny the cap to the other team. What strategies and tactics have teams devised to earn a victory on this latest version of one of the game's oldest maps? Let's find out. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Islands of Ice.
And 360 turrets of LOL. 360-degree turrets, I should say.
All right, let's have a quick look. Of course, we're looking at Hakuryu, Double Montana, Des Moines, Worcester, Henri, and Moskva for Deny. And they have brought a Daring for the first time in King of the Sea that I've seen. Daring, of course, the brand new British destroyer just came out this past week, literally just a few days ago. So there was somebody who had some free XP to spend.
Yep. Or just a lot of time to grind.
Well, a very lot of time, and a big rush, too. And yes, 3FM and Hakuryu, that is something we do not see very often. He loves his midway. I'm surprised to see him acquiesce to play Hakuryu, but I guess it's going to work out. Let's see. Double Yamato, Worcester, Hindenburg, Zhao, Moskva. Nice cruiser mix over there. No doubling up. And Gearing Grosvoy.
It's interesting, though. We've seen what happened with Midway versus Hack the past couple of games. Notice how, once again, like I said, there's 2 ships going to sea right now, plus a Yamato on the Adopt side. Everybody else pretty much going for A side. Grozavoy has been spotted. He's firing off his defensive fire, I think, trying to get those fighters back. Interestingly enough, nobody has opened up on him yet, as he gets into a position to stern into B cap, which is exactly what we thought would happen from Destroyer.
Well, I guess what I'm a little surprised at, we talked about C being kind of not a great place to go, but Deny is sending fully half of their team over there. Montana, Moskva, Des Moines, and Grozavoy all moving due east here along the the H line, as they start to angle up towards the C cap itself. The rest of the team headed to A. They have no ships anywhere near the B cap, so Shizuko's Grozavoy is going to have basically a free cap there when he gets stern in and ready to deal with B.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're going to see happen here as those teams now, they've been spotted. I didn't get a chance to see, did 3 drop torps? I don't remember. Regardless, they've been spotted. And so, Adopt knows at least 3 ships are currently at sea. Meanwhile, they're getting B cap for free. So far, at least.
Deny Hakuryu looks like he's struggling a bit. Looks like he's already lost quite a bit of his fighter control. I only see 2 squadrons up right now. I'm not sure what happened to the other 2, but it doesn't look promising.
Yep, 3 is very good with fighters.
Very.
If he's asked to dive in to secure the vision, he will do that.
Yep.
And we saw that to happen just now, even though he was taking a bit of a pounding. And now he's actually lured Ark's, BR's, Hakuryu fighter squadron over the Gearing's anti-air. So together, you're going to make short work of that fighter squad.
Indeed, we know the gearing's there as the Daring moves into the bottom end of the cap, so A going nowhere right now. Of course, Shizuko picking up B means that points are slowly ticking up for Adopt here in the early going. As aggressive incursions, aggressive incursions, Grozavoy bags C, so both teams moving up at the same rate. About a 20-point lead here for Adopt early on, but a lot of game left still to play, and I'm really curious to see how Deny thinks they're going to pull this off with a C push here.
This is very interesting. The Zhao Adopt Gull 667 has done a really nice job putting himself in a position to get broadside shots on the Moskva. Well, Moskva's bow into him, but he's broadside, and it doesn't matter because he's not spotted. At least I don't think so. And he's just going to sit there and pelt the Moskva for days until the Moskva finally burns out or decides he's had enough and leaves. Oh, he got spotted. Moskva firing back with AP and Montana AP and Des Moines. This might be a problem for Gull, actually.
Could be a big hit. Let's see how it lands. Ooh,
oh, yeah.
Good chunk. Montana taking about half of Gull's health away there.
He took a risk, and that risk was too great, unfortunately.
Big airstrike now going in on Lobster Can's gearing at the top end of A. Fighter covers there. 3FM doing a good job covering his teammate, but it looks like they are going to succeed in driving Lobster off the cap. That might be the opening that Deny's Daring needs to successfully bag this cap circle. Let's see what happens here.
I'm not sure exactly why Lobster ran. He wasn't really being shot at. And yes, there was a torpedo bomber squadron that threatened him, but there was no need for him to move. And now you can see the shots are going to start coming in and pouring over the island. Lobster's given up a beautiful position.
I'm a little surprised to see him leave as well. 3FM had his back. He had plenty of fighter cover. His DF may have been down. He may have burned it earlier on those fighters, but I am surprised to see him do that because he had plenty of friendly fighter cover. There was no need to do that. It does allow Deny to bag A.
I'm going to mention, this is now two examples of inexperience, I want to say, with team cohesion. Lobster not being quite so sure that 3FM's got it with the fighters, although I'm sure 3FM is saying on comms, I got this, and
I got you, fam.
3FM voice. And then we saw the Zhao, he took those shots, but, you know, he was spotted. And if he's spotted, he can't just sit there like he did. So that's a big mistake on the Zhao spot as he's getting... you know, some more hits right now, and might go down relatively quick, depending.
Well, Deny flips the score, takes a brief, a narrow lead that starts to grow here on the strength of their cap advantage with 6 minutes gone. Aggressive incursion now breaching this picket line of islands here. He is in F7, headed to the southeastern corner of the B cap, as Lobster Can gets back onto the top end of A. Where is Shizuko?
Shizuko is still in a position to threaten B cap. The Grozavoy was last spotted heading towards B, so Adopt knows that B is going to get contested. There it flips.
Yep.
They've already moved the Grozavoy into position to contest, and they're bringing one extra fun boat to come in and do something.
I saw the Wooster. I saw that the Wooster was spotted coming over here to back up Shizuko at B. Yep. And it doesn't look as if there's a much Deny firepower able to do anything about it. The Moskva's bow is pointed that direction. If he can get spotted, he might have shots. But there's some really good fighter battles going on here over B, trying to kind of jockey for vision.
Now, comment on C, this is exactly what we said would happen. We've got a Montana and a Des Moines that are now pretty much stuck. I mean, they're engaging the Zhao, but they can't do much else beside that. The Yamato is in position to punish the Des Moines if he moves any farther up north. So they've managed to take at least 2 ships out of the battle here with 1 ship in that position. That's a pretty favorable trade in positioning there.
Aggressive incursion deciding that discretion is the better part of valor. He bails out of B. I agree with this play completely. There's no need for him to get caught there. They don't need those points right now.
Most importantly, Shizuko has smoked up Der Kaiserlich in the Wooster, so that's going to enable the Wooster pretty much to say, this is my cap, go away.
Yep. 50-point lead here for Deny as we approach the halfway mark of the match. 3FM trying for a torpedo strike in the smoke here, but the Daring is not in there. He bails out, and all those torpedoes go nowhere.
Purely Pedantic took a decent AP salvo from Gall to Zhao, but once again, he's in a spot where he's got to keep kiting away. Here comes the Yamato shells coming for the Des Moines. Will these connect?
Now, something that I've just noticed, Arx BR's Hakuryu is aggressively pushed up right behind Pedantic's Des Moines. I mean, this guy is in F10. And I'm just not sure he needs to be quite that aggressive. I will always applaud carriers that hang with their teammates so they don't get caught out. But I'm a little surprised that he's moving at 35 knots right up the 10 line. Looks like he might have just pulled the throttle back.
That's a significant risk, because if he got spotted, right, then he could get lapped.
Deny pulls their daring back off of the cap. I'm not sure why they've done this at A. It's going to allow Lobster to tick over a bit. Surely Dad's going to get back into the cap here. I'm surprised he's not turning. There he goes.
They're doing it because of the Moskva's positioning. The Moskva is sitting right there in a position to radar the cap.
And the single torps. The daring dumped a bunch of single torps up that gap. Obviously, they didn't hit anything, but that must have been the point of that threat.
Yes, they came relatively close.
Now, something that's noteworthy, both Deny destroyers now south of A.
Mm-hmm. Moskva has left C cap. He said, screw this, I'm going to help my team.
Yep, he's trying to push up on B here. I noticed this as well. I'm a little surprised to see him in that position with a Yamato off on his starboard flank. He knows that Yamato's out there. Can't see him, but we know he's there.
Now, what we need to happen right now is for 3 to get his torpedo bombers over to that smoke with the daring, or go to the Moskva, one of the two. But you got to see him make a play here. And 3 can do that.
He absolutely can. Both carriers proving early on that they are very capable of making good plays.
Vengeful Captain caught broadside, gonna get punished slightly for it. Daring is panicking, I think, and moving forward a little bit.
9 minutes to play, and Deny continuing to cling to a 50-point lead here on Islands of Ice. Now, one of the things I find interesting, this Montana and Des Moines way over on the 9 line, like they've trapped this Zhao up in the corner. He's got nowhere he can run. He's stuck up there. Ooh, this Yamato salvo might hurt. Could have been worse. Gull, as long as they can keep eyes on Gull, he kind of has nowhere to spot. And 3FM now spotted on the surface, coming due east, coming this direction.
Yeah, big misplay by Gull. He had the opportunity to get out, and he didn't. He's stuck. So, Hakuryu got spotted. So here's the deal. He's got to be working with his Yamato to get this Des Moines off the map as quickly as possible.
Pedantic does take a decent-sized hit there.
Yes, he does. But the Yamato is shooting at the Hakuryu.
Wow. They need to get Gull off the board. Like that is points that they have to have, and they've got to get him out of that position, or he's a continual threat to hit the Montana and the Hakuryu.
That's the thing. Kill the Des Moines. That frees Gull up in the Zhao to move into a position to threaten the Hakuryu and the Montana.
Ooh, this is really good team play. Pedantic.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Goodness gracious. Well, Deny bags the first kill of the game here. 12 minutes gone, and they finally take down Gull's Zhao over on the 9 line.
Yep, and Pedantic might go down if, no, Yamato doesn't really have a shot anymore.
Deny looking much better this game than they did last game.
Yeah, very interesting to think about that. Just there's a number of mistakes that have been on both sides, but it seems like Deny has really learned from them.
And I won't lie, Zath, I'm a little surprised to see that C push work. I did not expect that to work, but damned if it didn't.
Well, and again, that comes to Gull misplaying the kiting game. And I think, to be honest, also the Yamato. That Hakuryu got spotted. You have to have that discipline of saying, nope, I'm not going to shoot him yet. I'm going to kill the threat to my team.
Yeah, absolutely.
The threat to my team
if he had a shot on Pedantic and didn't take it, that is definitely a misplay. He needed to be able to help his teammate out there. Well, 6 minutes to play, about a 150-point lead here. Ooh, Wrathcraft's Montana's got to be out. There he goes, flooding out. 3FM flexing this torpedo bombers late in the game. Both teams on 1 kill now. 50 points just separates them as B starts to flip. Aggressive incursion moving back into the bottom end of B as Shizuko's Grows was spotted elsewhere. Aggressive trying to take advantage of this.
Yeah, Shizuko's going to get back into B, though. The question is, how much is he going to take in order to do it? And so far, not that much.
But what's going to happen now is that that halts all Adopt's points gains. They are gaining no points right now. So
more importantly, though, the Denai's Hakurio was spotted there, took a bunch of hits. He's at less than half health now as the Montana goes down by M squared.
Both of Denai's battleships are off the board here. They're at a huge health disadvantage, and the score has just flipped against them. They are down a ship overall.
Yep, Hakuryu just DCP'd. So here's the deal. If the Grozavoy, because the Grozavoy is about to get a shot on him, if the Grozavoy can set him back on fire, that's it. GG, we're done.
I won't pretend. I questioned this earlier. I didn't understand why Arx was this far forward. There's something to be said for an aggressive carrier, yes, but he's in front of this Moskva. The Moskva's firing over his flight deck.
Yep. And for some odd reason, Shizuko is using AP, which I get. AP is good on a Grozavoy, but you want that dot. You want that damage over time. Here come the shots.
Oh, there it is. Done. The Yamato seals the deal as Denai is out all of their capital ships here with 5 minutes to play on Islands of Ice.
And that's it. We just saw this team crumble.
That's just how quickly this game can flop. They looked really solid, but man, did it flip on them in a hurry with both their battleships and their CV off the board.
Yep. Take a look at this beautiful positioning by Adopt here at ACAP. The Yamato pushing right up there with the Moskva, the Hindenburg behind, which is exactly where a Hindenburg should be. The Gearing that's also kind of up there screening for torps and keeping the daring legit. I love it.
Bit of a Grozavoy duel here in B as aggressive incursion trying to drive Shizuko off the cap. Doesn't look like he's going to be successful. And we don't know where the Worcester is. We just know he's out there somewhere off to aggressive starboard flank. Range. Yeah.
So the radar just came up. We see now 3 FMs, or it's the fighters.
It could be. It's probably these torpedo bombers.
Denai takes out the Yamato that was all the way on the corner there with a flood.
Whew. Well, the
nice
daring clings to life on 300 HP. He's the only thing keeping keeping Adopt from claiming that cap. Oh, and 3FM's beautiful drop on aggressive does succeed.
Oh yeah, it split the destroyer. Look at that. Oh wow,
broke the ship in half.
Models. 3FM overpowered.
And there goes the daring. Indeed. Adopt now on a 3-ship lead. A game that had been all Denai flips very quickly here in the span of just 3 minutes. And Adopt, I cannot see how Denai's going to come back from this. I mean, they played better, they looked better, but they made some. That push up the sea line. Like, why would you be so aggressive with your carrier? I didn't understand at the time. I still don't understand it.
Yep, but I mean, this is King of the Sea. It's not the same kind of a game as your random battle, your ranked, even your clan battles. Every little mistake will come back to haunt you, and we see that happening here.
Very much so. Poor Wobble Bomber is literally the only surviving Denai ship in that entire half of the map, and yet I'm surprised they're not pushing him to just crush him. Like, that's what I'd be doing.
I think they're looking more at BCAP and saying, we have to secure the flank.
I suppose I mean, they can, but it's not necessary. Wobble Bomber's not really a threat. I get it. He's not really a threat in that position. And even if the Moskva caps B, you can slap him out of there so easily. It's just not. I don't know. In my mind, finish the ship in front of you rather before you turn around and try and shoot at the one behind you.
Now, in my opinion, the real question mark is Chicken Tie here in the Henri. Why is he on the border?
What is this guy doing on the J line?
I mean, I get it. You're in an Henri, and if you've got range mod, great. But God, get in there.
Yeah, get into the war. Well, it's less than 2 minutes to play. Adopt has a solid lead. If Denai can bag a couple of quick kills, they have a chance to maybe flip the score at an inopportune time, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, 3FM is coming in with his bombers, and his bombers are you know 3.
Oh, I know 3.
I got this guy. They're coming in. That's it.
He's going to probably put 2 torps into Whitman's Moskva here. That's what I'm thinking. Well, nope.
Nope.
He dropped him astern, and Whitman turned his engines on.
Good work by Whitman.
But now Whitman is literally nose to nose with a Yamato off his port bow, and that is not going to end in his favor when the time finally comes.
Yep, as the Yamato bags the Henri.
Oh, his guns are his guns are even looking for the Henri. That's funny. Missed it completely. Well, 60 seconds to play. Adopt on a pretty solid lead. I don't think Denai's got a path to victory. I just don't see it here. They might bag another kill, but that's not going to be enough. Here come the Yamato shells. That is the game right there.
And the GGs go flying.
Indeed. A well-played game by both teams. I mean, both teams making mistakes, but it was one of those games that the result was absolutely in doubt for quite a while.
Yes. And look at 3, doing work, killing planes.
Like you do, baby.
plane
Like you
kills.
do.